Hey guys, welcome back to another another review. Oh, I said reaction. I meant to say review. Yep, we're gonna be reviewing another Christmas special. This time on American Dad. Now, I don't think I actually have done any reviews on American Dad yet. If you guys don't know what American Dad is, it's another show created by Seth MacFarlane. You know, it's one of, the few. Seth MacFarlane has not created a lot of content that I'm aware of. He's done a lot of voice work, but he has not created a ton of shows. But this is one of them that he has created. But yeah, this is the show that he created. This is American Dad, though. So American Dad is basically about, like, political stuff and all that. Well, the earlier seasons were. Then they started kind of, toning it down as the series is going on. I actually am going to do a review for the main show, all together. But because, I'm in the middle of, watching it right now, I can't do that right now. But I still want to do a Christmas review. I wanted to do one last year, but never got around to doing it. So we are going to go ahead and do that. But if you guys haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell. I am trying to get to 1K subs. If we can get to 1K subs, it will really help me out a lot. And I'll give you guys a super reward video for that. Anywho, let's go ahead and talk about this American Dad Christmas special. So, I figured, why not start with the OG American Dad Christmas special? Now, American Dad has actually, like Family Guy, they have made, several Christmas specials. Several of them. In fact, almost every season I'm aware of has at least one Christmas special. Where Family Guy, I will say, they actually they had one in, season 3. I've heard some people say, that was actually gonna be a season 2 episode. Which, by the animation standards, it looked like it was meant to be a Season 2 episode. But it got pushed to Season 3. But after that, they went years without a Christmas special. And all that. American Dad has been making Christmas specials, off and on, nonstop. It's crazy. But I figured, why not review the original Christmas special, because I've never really done one of these before. Now, I don't know if I'll review them in order. I might, to make it easier to keep track of which ones I've reviewed, but I don't know. I don't know what I'll do there. We'll have to see, but this will be the only one I'll review this year, because I'm kind of on a time crunch right now. And I could review some afterwards, but I kind of don't want to do that just because, and all that, But, anywho, that said, though, let's go ahead and talk about the episode. So, this is called The Best Christmas Story Never Told. Or, I guess, Best Christmas Story. They don't put the word "the" in it for some reason. I'm not sure why they didn't put the word "the," but, because I'm pretty sure most people would say it like that, but I don't know. But this episode is about, Stan being kind of a dick, because that's how his character is. He's basically a dick, and all that, and, what happens is he needs to learn the true meaning of Christmas and all that, so the ghost of Christmas past comes in, and I really like her character. Unfortunately, I don't think they really use her again. I could be wrong, maybe she might appear again. but I think this is like the only time we see her. Again, I'm going through the entire show, so I don't know. But yeah, she basically is apparently new to her job, and what happens is she loses Stan in the in the past, because Stan goes and was trying to kill I think he was trying. I don't know. It's been a minute since I watched the episode exactly, so I don't remember the plot exactly. But I think he was trying to he was trying to assassinate somebody because he doesn't like the way Christmas is. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, I was like, I thought I remembered it like that. But he ends up screwing crap up and all that, and he loses, and and this is gonna cost the ghost of Christmas Christmas past to get kind of probably in trouble, because we don't really see much of her bosses or something like that, but I would assume she'd probably get in trouble for not keeping a better eye on him. But she gets Francine, and they have to go in the past and all that to track him down, and then they find him, and then they go back, and but because he basically screws up the past, it ends up causing some problems in the present. So I like too the details too of what kind of how all it happened, because there's even the whole JFK situation. I think that that's what it was. I believe it was JFK. That was the one who got got assassinated. I'm pretty sure it was JFK, because I think that was the last president to be assassinated. But he basically had to basically what happened was because somebody didn't get hooked on the girl and all that. He didn't have an obsession and caused him to go mad, and that basically caused the president to get screwed up. So they have to go back and fix it, but Stan, of course, screws it all up again, and he screws it up again and all that, because it's Stan. Stan's not really the most brightest of the characters. Him and Francine both can be kind of a bit naive. Now he's not as stupid as Peter, right? Yeah, Peter's more stupid than he is, but he can be a bit stubborn and all that at times. Yeah, he can be a bit stubborn, and which causes some problems. But I like too how the fact that he actually has to go back and actually kill his idol, which I thought it was Ronald Reagan was his idol, but apparently no, it was. No, I think that's what they did. They had him kill JFK, which is kind of crazy. That's actually very crazy. They went all to that to do all that kind of stuff, and just imagine that. Imagine you have to kill somebody you actually like to stop something that's kind of crazy. It's actually kind of messed up. But yeah, there are a lot of things in this movie, or not this movie, this episode that's pretty interesting. Also, I have not talked about Roger yet. Roger actually apparently discovers disco. He invents disco, and unfortunately it ends up getting ruined because and all that, because it's not really, it loses its popularity, and he loses all his money, which kind of shows why he hates the holidays and all that, and it's kind of crazy. But yeah, I don't know, it's just kind of crazy, because that all happened because Stan accidentally dropped something, and Roger, saw it. And decided to make some money off of it, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much the entire episode. There's not really much else that I can say about it. It's definitely a very. I mean, it's not like a. I mean, the plot is centered around Christmas, but the entire episode itself is not really Christmas themed. Really, it's kind of, it's kind of more so just focusing on, again, Stan being in the past and all that with Francine. But I really like that. I really like that we get to see, again, Stan and Francine together and all in the past. It's really nice. But that's pretty much about all I can think about with this, to say about this episode. For being, American Dad's first Christmas special, though, I will have to say this episode definitely will get a good. And not only it'll get a good, but we're going to be giving it definitely 120 points. Yeah, it's definitely a pretty good Christmas special. I'll say, though, it's definitely not one of my favorites of, a TV show, but it definitely has an interesting plot and all that, and I do like, again, I do like, seeing, the characters going back in time and all of that, and Stan having to make things right, and it's pretty interesting. But it's definitely not my, it's definitely not my favorite Christmas special out there. I think other shows have had better Christmas specials. But it's definitely not a bad one. Definitely not bad at all. I think, for what it is, it's definitely not bad. But, yeah, that's pretty much all there really is to it. I mean, there's not much else I could say about the episode that I haven't already said. It's definitely a really good episode. You guys should definitely check it out. But I think it's about time for me to let things go from here, though. And I will see you guys all in the next review. Because I don't have much else to say. So I'll see you guys in the next review, which will be the Scooby-Doo Christmas special that I'll be reviewing for you guys. Which also I wanted to review last year, but never got around to doing it. So, anywho, see you guys later. Bye-bye.